Hello everybody, this is a mental health video and I'm dedicating this one to my mate Alfie. He died about 30 years ago, but he gave me a very important tip when I was really young and it's helped me immensely, especially in recent years. Now, as a gamer, you tend to isolate yourself when you game too much. You tend to become a solo nerd, just there in your own little dark room with your monster drink and whatnot. And over time, that can get to your psyche. With not many people to talk to, you become the game. The ups and downs of the game mirror the ups and downs of your own emotion. And basically, they start mapping out your brainwaves in such a way that might be a bit unhealthy. Getting out and making friends is important. And this video is about that very topic. How to make friends whilst you're a gamer and how to have a social life. How to build up happy memories to replace anything dark that's in your life and fill that void which always exists when you do too much gaming. Because if you're gaming all the time, a big dark hole is getting wider and wider and wider in your life. You might not even see it coming, but it's there. It's a lack of a social life. That social life is important. The most healthy gamers are the ones that have an active social life and game. It's hard to maintain when you want to play on a game 24/7, I admit. But these are the changes you need to make in order to make that a healthy time when you're playing on the computer. It's also healthy because you might meet other gamers locally that like to play the same games. And then you can have a healthy, active gaming life as well. Going online might often seem like a good idea, but there's a lot of trolls out there that are happy to make your misery worse. And while some people say you can't have a proper friend online, I disagree. I've got many good friends online and they helped me immensely when my marriage broke down. So that is a myth. You can have good friends online. But you also need to meet people in person. So anyhow, you need to make more friends, you need to make more memories. You might want a girlfriend or a boyfriend. This is how you do it without being arrested. Now, my mate Alfie I used to say to my mate Alfie, how do you know so many people? And it was on Welly Club in my hometown, and he'd sit on the side of the stairs, the very point everybody had to walk past. And as they walked past, he'd go, how are you doing? Hi. That's all he did. He knew everybody in the pub within weeks. Everybody, just by doing that. I've took it a bit further. I've got my job. I'm a security officer. I deal with some vicious people. And they see me walking up, Gestapo uniform, all that kind of thing, and they think, oh God, there's trouble. That's what I do with. How are you doing? All right. What's wrong, mate? I've instantly de-escalated the situation with those few simple tricks. Those few simple tricks take people from being, oh God, don't look him in the eye, to, oh, you're a nice person. You can use them too. So anyhow, you go to the shop. So your regular walk to the shop to buy your monster drinks and crisps ready for your Skyrim session. Right? Down the street, every time you pass, how are you doing? Okay, hey, nice weather, innit? Did you see the match last night? You know? And if you find out someone's a gamer, which is something that comes from other conversations, you can talk about the games. But in the meantime, you keep it short. You don't engage them for too long because that's like, oh God, this weirdo's talking to me. But hi, how are you doing? That's not weird, that's friendly. Yeah? Oh, do you see the accent down there? Oh, they're going to be closing the street next week for Roadrex, aren't they? The Queen's funeral, but whatever. You talk about anything you like, but make it brief and keep on moving, right? Do that every day. Even the coldest heart will melt over time. I've been into some of my work environments and I've been on, and I've had to look after people. I've been on, and there's been people going, yeah, I'm okay, bye. And I don't go, oh, you're ignorant then, are you? I don't do that. I just walk on and I go, how are you doing? All right? They smile. How are you doing? All right? Yeah. All right, yeah. How are you doing? All right? Yeah, I suppose. How are you doing? All right? Oh, you, bro? You see? Nice and easy. Anyhow, the point is, right, you can break people down over time. Repetition is your friend. So in this particular case, all you're doing is saying hello and acknowledging their existence. And eventually they will get to know you, see you as a friendly face, and that's a new acquaintance, a new contact you've made simply by going, hi. Now, if you had a name badge on, it makes things a lot easier because they can then get your name from the badge without having to ask you. That awkwardness is taken away. Before long, they're saying, how are you doing? And using your name. You're making another step. Now, when it comes to good friends, you'll eventually stop and have conversations. You'll realise you've got something in common. Maybe you share the same birthday, you like the same football team, or you enjoy the same games. And that goes a little bit further. You're suddenly making friends where you didn't know you had friends. People who've been in the same street as you for years into the same things and you didn't know it. Them connections are being made. Next thing you know, you're having a gaming night on a Saturday night with them. Maybe they come round to your house with a few beers or a few cans of Monster thing and a bag of crisps, and they just watch one of these latest videos that you both watch. And you've got yourself a friend, you're socialising, you've cured the problem, you're making happy memories. Now if it's girlfriends and boyfriends you want, same routine. At work, people tend to, we get information about people at work as it comes up because of where to deal with, where to record things. Now that information is only allowed to be used in the context of the job. And as soon as it's finished with, it's got to be destroyed. Right, so if it was to be used to say, look people up on Facebook, that would be illegal. Some of my friends have done that, and they've been sacked. I say friends, workmates. They've been sacked for it. It's not acceptable. Right? It's breaking the law, GDPR laws. It's breaking the laws. So it's not acceptable. It's weird. It's freaky. People think, well, you get this information any other way other than from them. It's weird. And that connection is broken. You're just one of those weirdos stalking them. So never do that, right? You want to know people, how are you doing? Fine. Eventually they go, my name is Janet, my name is Jim. Now you know who they are. Wait for them to offer you the information and then use that information that way. That'll come naturally. It won't be a crash and burn situation because if they don't like you, they'll never offer you the information. If they do like you, they will offer you the information. You've not broken any laws, you've not stepped on anybody, you've not made any mistakes. You're just a good person being friendly and they like you. You might want to say, I'm going to go to Costa for a coffee. Do you want to come? That's what friends do. They go for a coffee. You made another connection because now they're socialising with you properly. So you go from not knowing anybody to knowing the people and then find out who's got things in common and then going for coffee with them. After that, if you wanted to date them or anything else, the next step would be to get to know them properly. And if you get to know them and you like each other and you say, hey, we're getting on really well here, do you want to take it to the next level? That's not an awkward question. Because they're not going to just leave you and never talk to you again. They're going to say, no, I prefer to keep it friends, which is fine because friends are like that. Or they go, let's do that. Let's do something special together. And next thing you know, you've got yourself a partner, providing what they like about you isn't a front, isn't fake. Because remember, the information you've given to them so far is all about being honest with them so they know the real you. If you try to make out that you're something you're not, they're going to find out pretty quickly when they start dating they've been fooled and they're going to think you're freaky. So you've got to keep it honest and on point. Now we're in a situation where you're socialising, you're making new friends, you've got no problems, you've got all the skills you need to make new friends whenever you want. It doesn't require any special skills. That wave, that hello, how are you doing, breaks ice. It warms the coldest heart. All you have to do is have a few throwaway comments like, it looks like it's going to rain, is the shop still open, did I miss that bus? And you've got it. It doesn't have to be anything intelligent. It doesn't have to be anything smart. In fact, avoid anything intelligent. People don't like intelligence. They don't. They like things to be nice and simple and easy to reply to. Things they can reply to instantly. So don't make them think. Right? And you'll be all right. Now you're on the road, you're socialising, you're in a position where you can make happy memories, and those dark days are going to start to fade away. And the more happy memories you make, the easier it gets for you to forget about that past. Now, when you go back to gaming, you've got a social life. Something that will be probably more attractive to you than your gaming habit. So your gaming habit doesn't become the focus of your whole life, it just becomes something you do. And that's where you need to be. You need to have a gaming habit that you do and enjoy. We all have our downtime. I'm making these videos in my downtime. So when I'm bored, I start making a video. I start playing games. The rest of the time I'm out doing things. I'm exceptional in some ways because I like to be on my own a lot because of my work. I need to be able to gather my thoughts, how to process my thoughts, file things away in the right box so it all makes sense. And I deal with some gruesome things. I couldn't even mention them on social media without being banned. So, because it is gruesome. So anyway, you file things away with my job so you can organise your thoughts. And I suggest, as you're doing this, you do the same thing. Right? Take a bit of time out for yourself just to process what you learn, file it away in the right place, and then just forget about it until it's needed again. Don't let it bother you. Don't dwell on things. Also, it's a very important tip of my own here. If you're going to be the type that worries over what people say, you're going to be worried all the time. Now, I know only about 15 to 20% of you are going to get this far in the video, but this is one of the more important tips, right? If you if someone says something to you that sounds a bit off, unless they've said, "Oi, Jim, I don't like the way you blah blah blah," don't take it personally. And if they say, "Oi, Jim, I don't like the way you blah blah blah," then you respond to them. Have a think about it. Say, "I'll have a think. Say, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure I'm guilty of that. Let me just think about it." And then process that, Don't dwell on things that may or may not be about you. Don't take every comment made as a subtle hint that you're an a-hole. Don't go down that road, right? It's better, when people are generalising, it's better to just think, it doesn't apply to me. Brush it off. Don't worry about it. Because people will make comments you'll think, is that a hint at me? And it won't be. 99% of the time, it will have nothing to do with you. It's them trying to explain their problems to you without mentioning names. So it's not about you, it's about them and their life. So don't take it personally. Don't go down that road where you take it on board. Because if you take it on board, it's called codependency. That you start hating them, for getting better or not being perfect or things like that. And before you know it, right, you're abusing them back and you've got an enemy. Right? So don't go down that road, right? Just think, he's not talking about me. I'm just going to leave it, Or maybe I'll reply to the topic and just won't accept it's about me. I'll treat it as a third person they're talking about, because it usually is. Anyway, hope this video helps. Remember, this is about building happy memories when you're in a dark place and not allowing gaming to become some dark hole you jump into, because it's far too easy to do it. It's like a drug. You can easily just become addicted and destroy your own social life. See you in the next one.